think that the International Clinical Research Tour Conference just demonstrated why it is extremely important that we can bring together the forces of the International Rare Disease Research Consortium, ERDERA, and Rare Disease International, because of the fact that we are having here all the necessary stakeholders to build and expand the connections, to show actually how innovation is being implemented in low middle income countries, what we can learn from them, how we can build the new collaborations.
Rare disease doesn't have borders, but at the same time we're very few in some countries. So if we do not take a global approach for clinical trial, we're always going to miss the point, and we're not going to have enough knowledge also about the geographical diversity.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, there's a stigma associated to LMICs. They're just as smart as we are, if not smarter sometimes. And they have limited resources, and they're actually coming up with solutions. So we should listen to them as much as anything else. And that's really, again, the spirit of the collaboration. And when it comes to clinical trials, which is what we're talking about here right now, is breaking down the barriers. And maybe we can actually, through using something like telehealth right here, figure out how we can communicate to patients and physicians across the world and include them in the same study.
The difficulties that low and middle income countries have sometimes generate some innovative ways to approach rare disease. Sometimes there are good initiatives, good examples to follow.
Low and middle income countries, and I've got of course a bias with Africa, which I call the lost continent, I think is undervalued what genetic diversity means to clinical research.
I'm very delighted to see it's not just a theoretical conference or the academic presentations. I see a lot of interactions and a lot of mind-to-mind discussions and deliberations. The main message of that conference that we should increase the capabilities to have the proper network for the research in order to get the proper information in a timely manner that would benefit our patients finally.
I think it was wonderful that we had RDI, ERDEC and ERDERA all together. I think they are complementary to each other, and I think they do different things. So I think the message that they can take forward again is we can go forward and firstly start with education and making sure people understand why is data important, why do we want to share data, what is ethically sound data sharing. We can also take it forward then that once we've got the data, how do we then build the infrastructure to make low and middle income countries trial ready?
We expect that there would be a momentum, all the different actors here, to continue to collaborate, to go over those hurdles and to really create an ecosystem of collaboration.
It is extremely important for ERDERA to be here today because we can see, first of all, the fact that ERDERA is already going beyond the European borders, but also how we can link the competencies that we have here, let's say in the European space, with the competencies that are coming from the outside, because it means that we can build the bridges and we can build the future together.
So I really hope that that conference will come to the conclusion that we need to put together whatever, a working group, a task force, where everyone here can continue to work and then create a roadmap or create a framework, because we will need that. We will need that to advocate at the highest level. The policymakers will need to know exactly how do we enhance clinical research collaboration. How do we do that? We know we have to do it, we know the hurdles, we know the solution, now it's about the how do you operationalize?